Striker Scorpion 82 is now sponsored by Warhammer Combat Cards, a card battle game featuring your favourite Citadel miniatures from the 40k universe. Build your army decks, dominate opponents in player versus player action, collect and upgrade cards to fit your strategy, improve their power and unlock unique traits. Choose from all 40k factions, take part in campaigns based on iconic 40k battles, rise to the top of the leaderboard and win glory. Free to download and play, link is in the video description below or on the channel homepage, and by using the unique link it helps support the channel. Thanks and enjoy the game. Right, welcome to another unboxing video here. I've made an order at Goblin Gaming, the channel sponsors here, and the box has come in the post, so it's a chance this video for a sneak peek at future projects to come, to give you an idea of what's going to land on the painting desk, and then those units get painted up and then put through into our games of Warhammer 40,000. So before we take a look inside, the channel is sponsored by Goblin Gaming. You can check them out for discount 40k. It's 20% off Warhammer. And then a whole load of other gaming systems available from them as well. If you go to their website, use the link that's below. It's a unique link, and each time use that link and then make a purchase. It helps support the channel in a small way and is much appreciated. But you can check them out. It's Goblin Gaming for your supplies of discount 40k. So really it's just a case of pulling out these kits from the box. It's quite a good selection. Two factions in particular here that reinforcements have arrived for. So just move the box out of the way and open her up. So a bit of packaging, a sweetie from them. I don't think it's just for me. I think all the customers get that. So you expect a sweet in your box. It doesn't really matter what we go for first. I guess perhaps one of the most exciting purchases here. Primaris Chaplain on bike. Always been a massive admirer of this model. Fantastic sculpt from Games Workshop. It's big character as well. Quite a presence on the battlefield. So not sure which way to go with him. Either the bear head. I think the skull style helmet. Sort of traditional look for the chaplain. I think that's what I'll go for with him. So this model, I'm going to get painted up for my Primaris Imperial Fists. So if you haven't seen the battle report already, we debut 600 points of that army. It's been painted up by Siege Studios on commission. They've done an amazing job. And so just looking to continue to expand that army, moving on from 600 points to push it at least to 1,000, if not a bit beyond that, with the next batch. I'm trying to add in some mobile units here just to make it 1,000 points. It's still quite a potent force. So in the previous game at 600 points, a lot of the core units and HQs being taken, so it's a bit slow on the battlefield, and then now looking to expand out more of a mobile section of the army here, and the chaplains to lead them here. So Primaris Chaplain on bike to be taken for my Primaris Imperial Fists, but absolutely brilliant model. One of my favourites in recent times from Games Workshop. So very much looking forward to seeing him on the battlefield. Hopefully he'll be quite a helpful HQ choice to take for my Primaris Imperial Fists. So that's him. So I'll get him sent off. I get the model here. I may well end up building him, or Siege Studios will do it, and then send him off to them, and then they can get him painted up. So to go with him, part of this mobile element, it's 3 Outriders for the Primaris Space Marines, these bikers, and again these have quite a presence on the battlefield. They are big models. Not the most competitive at the moment, but I desperately need mobile. I need mobility for my army, so I think these will do the job. They can help protect the chaplain to some degree, but 3 of those. Again, they'll be see them in blue here for the Ultramarines, but these will be painted up in yellow here for the Imperial Fists, so it should quite a visual spectacle on the battlefield. I do like the, see I'm painting my Imperial Fists as 5th Company, which is the black trim, like black shoulder pads for them. I do love the combination of yellow and black, it looks great, and the champion's going to fit in just nice with that, you know, black armour with him, fitting in with the yellow armour of his fellow Imperial Fist brethren. Then to go with them, so we've got 3 bikers in HQ choice, and then I'm going to feature one of these at least in my Imperial Fist army, and it's one of these. It's the Primaris Invader ATV. I think it's a very cool looking model. I reckon I will, yeah, it looks very cool with the multi-melter. The way multi-melters have improved, the extra shot, the close range, the damage that they can do, I think I'll go for the multi-melter option and have one of these running alongside as my bikers and chaplains. So you can imagine these all combined together on the battlefield and swinging around to lay down some firepower and then get stuck into close combat as well. So that's the next, so really that is the next stage, the next quarter roughly, perhaps a bit more, of my Imperial Fists force, this cluster of models here. Plan to get those painted up by Siege Studios and then to combine with the other models that are available for about 1,000 points, and as soon as they're done we can start playing some games. And 1,000 point games are great fun, nice size and good fun for sure. So that's the next stage there to look out for with the Imperial Fists. Right, so then I'd proposed a new army list, quite a major revamp for the Adeptus Mechanicus. So this is one of the new units. I think I'll run these, this is the Cerberus Raiders, I think I'll run them here as the Sulphur Hounds, this configuration, so a unit of those. Not sure on the size, I had proposed a unit of 9, not so sure now, maybe run a unit of 6 or 2 units of 3, but just useful. Again, mobility is key for 9th edition, to have units in your army that can move around the table quickly, grab objectives, occupy table quarters and so on. It's a massive element now for 9th edition, which is fine. You know, Games Workshop creating some beautiful models that can help you do that. These are incredible. My favourite sculpt would be the Cerberus Raiders here. I just think they look so good, especially the Alpha on horseback with the cavalry sabre and pistol. Just looks very cool. Yeah, not sure. Can maybe do 3 of each. I think I have. Yeah, it's buried in there somewhere. It's another unit of those, so I could do maybe 3 of them and maybe 3 of them. I'm not sure yet. There's a full list that's been proposed on the Plus channel, so that gives you the full list of the brand new list for the Adeptus Mechanicus. But it is a major overhaul, similar to my Blood Angels, just a complete overhaul of the entire army and introducing a whole load of new units, which you're going to see in a moment here. This is the first box. So I plan to paint these ones up myself just to continue to expand my own collection here. So that's them. Then I'd always thought I'd never get any more of these, the Dragoons, but now the Iron Striders are very good, with especially with the las cannon loadout for these. Just they can prance around the battlefield quite quick, difficult enough to kill, and then the firepower is excellent. If you can start coordinating it with a number of these, then I think they'll make for some dangerous firepower. I don't think I can rely on my Dune Crawlers just to kick out all the firepower. I need some heavy weapons from somewhere else. And with the new list, the major changes have dropped the Imperial Knight, and that's freed up a whole lot of points. But I'm losing that Imperial Knight's firepower, so I've got to find it somewhere else. I'm spreading it around to multiple Iron Strider models. So for that reason, there's one, there's another one, second one, and third one, and then there's a fourth one as well. So 4 of those, all equipped with las cannons is the plan, and just to have those as mobile objective grabbing firepower support type units that can move around the battlefield, whilst other units are busy fighting in close combat and moving up closer to the opponent. So that's the idea of these mobile gun platforms. I think if you run them as Mars, you get to re-roll, I think it's a hit roll, so it's useful, you know, 2 las cannon shots, you're getting a chance to re-roll one of those without using any kind of stratagem, so it does suit these very well indeed. But 4 of those to add in, you can see already there's a significant injection of new stuff going into the AdMech. The army was quite tired. It was struggling in the 8th edition codex with the 9th edition games that we're playing, and so I think a major overhaul. I enjoyed doing that for the Necrons. 80% of my Necron army is new stuff, and then with the Blood Angels, major overhaul with them. I think maybe half the army is new units, and so I want to do the same with the AdMech. Take a bit of time and just completely revamp the entire army and expand out on the collections. That's the plan. Yes, that's the second unit of those. It's another box of Raiders or Sulphur Hounds. Beautiful models, really good. And then what may come as I guess a bit of a surprise is investment in more of the older units. It's these Sicarians. Always been a massive fan of these. So these are the Infiltrators. Yeah, so I've currently got 10 of these, the Rush Stalkers. I've already got 10 of these Infiltrators. I want to run another squad of 10. I want this to be a nice strong theme for the army. 2 of these infiltrating units at full strength for Mars, where they can deploy it deeper into no man's land. I just very much rate that with them. Very, very cool. Loving the concept, the idea of that the AdMech deploy these infiltrator units that are strong and pose a threat immediately. So that's the idea with the Infiltrators. So squad of 10 of those, and they plan to put them in the list with the rest. So planning to run Rush Stalkers because they've improved, and then 2 units of 10 of these as well. Should be a nice strong theme. A massive fan of those models. Then finally, see when you drop something like an Imperial Knight, it frees up a load of points, and then there's a few more redundant bits that I've dropped out of the list, and it's freed up like a massive chunk of points to play around with. So just bringing in some new stuff. I also plan to add in, this is the last box here, one of these, an Archaeopter. I think they're not that highly rated, but I think this will be useful. Now, the one that I want to take, it looks really nice, this model. It does look really nice. Massive fan of this model. Really good. Now, not everyone is, they're not so keen on the bat type wings and so on, but I think it looks, the rounded front cockpit like this, brilliant work. With the glass you can see through, amazing. That's the whole concept of it. Now I'm thinking of running it as this one, the Fuselave, with the ability to cause mortal wounds with the bomb, and it's not one use only like the Drakari Void Raven bomber. This you get to use every turn, so you can cause trouble with it every turn of the game. Yeah, I think it's I think that's the option to go for. So just a bit of a something that can harass the opponent from the sky and cause a bit of a distraction. If it's ignored, then it can just keep dropping bombs each turn. That's the idea of that. So as I said, you can see the full list on the Plus channel. Just give you the whole idea, and people can leave their own comments and feedback and help shape and change the list as well. Pretty settled on it as it is. So it's giving you an idea of what's coming for the Adeptus Mechanicus. Exciting times ahead here. New models being injected in. Lots of new stuff actually, so a fair bit of painting to do. But compared to other factions, the kits are quite complicated, but painting them up, it's quite a straightforward colour scheme. And so that should work out okay. If you like the look of my Adeptus Mechanicus, there are the painting tutorials now available on the channel. So how to paint Skitari, that's there for the infantry, and it's showing you how to paint one of the Vanguard units or models, I believe, and then also there's how to paint Belisarius Call, so that video is up, and then Onaga Junecrawl as well, this sort of corn red colour scheme here. I'll show you how to do that in in-depth painting tutorial as well. And then for the Imperial Fists, there's a painting tutorial for them available on the channel as well. So that's the unboxing here. That's pretty much it. So you can check out Goblin Gaming for your suppliers of discount 40k. There's a whole lot of other gaming systems available from them as well. And if you do go to Goblin Gaming, then use the link below. As if you make a purchase, then it does support the channel in a small way when you use that unique link. But leave your own comments and feedback, If you're liking the idea of the way the Adeptus Mechanicus are going here, major overhaul and revamp for them. And then what do you think of the Imperial Fists units that are being added in? The bikers, the ATV, and the chaplain as well. He's unnamed, so if you want to have a go at naming the chaplain as well, then by all means leave your own suggestions for names, and then I'll consider any of those, and if the name's good enough, then we could name the chaplain at this point as well. But that's the unboxing video. Keep a look out for more updates and unboxings on the channel. Thanks for watching, and tune in next time.